Hi Aquarius, how are you guys? We're going to do your reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is just pre-shuffle. I'm going to put these back and lay out a full spread, but we've got the Queen of Voices and the Queen with the Hierophant card. So the Hierophant card, these are both pretty symbolic of truth, clarity, or ethics, or I guess honesty. The Hierophant could be a marriage or high-level relationship, a partnership, something, a high echelon of something. So also it could be these two cards already are so powerful. It could be a counselor or somebody older, wiser, giving advice with the Queen of Voices. The Queen of Swords is somebody who doesn't mince words. She's very clear and direct. And it may not be the easiest thing to do, in the moment, but in the long run, it's for the best. So there's some strong element here about possibly conflict within a partnership or a relationship. And this is definitely depicting, clear communication. We've got 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Inspiration, and 5 of Materials. So 2 10s, 1 5. But the 10 of Pentacles, that's happy wife, happy life. I know I'm kind of going on a little bit long into this pre-shuffle, but it's just pretty profound. The 5 of Materials is like feeling left out in the cold. And this is 10 of Wands is like, I feel like it's been going on too long. There is a need to put yourself back in a position where you're not, I think, over accommodating or being more open and clear about what you want, what you need. It's kind of like that, it might be hard to do right now, but in the long run, it will bring stability, something like that. Let's see. Let's go ahead and lay out a spread. How are you guys? This is for Aquarius. Wow. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I feel like, here we have the Empress and the Muse, the King of Pentacles. So I feel like whatever this is, this self-care or, valuing yourself. The Empress is all about, she nurtures, but it's often depicts self-nurturing. And this Muse of Materials is, King of Pentacles. Wow, what is wrong with my throat? You guys have a throat chakra? It's interesting. My words are totally messing up, and the first message we got was about needing to communicate clearly. So there could be a throat chakra blockage, and that would come from holding your tongue, biting your tongue too much, not speaking enough. Like, I feel like maybe, and we'll see, I'm going to lay out a spread, but maybe the person that you're dealing with just doesn't know. But I feel like this, shining your bright, not dimming your light to fit in or to not be, it's like that whole trying to be easygoing thing, which I think you guys are pretty darn easygoing, but lack of communication, I think, might be hindering you in an area more than you think, and it could even be affecting Pentacles. So let's see, one more and then we'll move on. So leaving a difficult situation. Interesting. 6 of Voices. Let me get one clarifier on that. Towards happiness. I feel like you've been sacrificing yourself too much, too long. I also am getting a year. So for some of you, it's been, maybe at this point you can look back and kind of go, wow, I've spent a year not being true to myself or not speaking, my needs, or just trying to, appease, or not articulating a piece of this well. It's like not, okay, a process I did and I've been teaching or sharing that worked for me was I put a picture of myself as a child. It's in the community tab if you want to check it out, but I put a picture of a child a photo of myself as a child on my bathroom mirror. I forced myself to look at it every day. And as I looked at it, I forced myself to remember, it was a reminder, this is who I'm abandoning when I'm not taking care of myself. This is who I'm putting others in front of. And this little girl that's looking at me in the and I think it's cool to do it in the mirror, because it's also, you're right next to it and you have to look at yourself. It's kind of symbolic, but it's a reminder that that little girl is still me, and she still needs to be taken care of. So it's kind of like, that's who I'm negative self-talking to when I don't, say nice things to myself, or who I'm shorting, or who I'm putting others in front of. Okay, so that's kind of like what I'm feeling here. It's time to let go of, okay, we're going towards happiness, but let me see. Interesting, the Emperor. Let me see. Okay, thank you. So there could be some project or relationship or something that you might be, I just got the word shape-shifting. How interesting. Shaping yourself to fit into, but it's a good, just because it's not, you're going to get further if you're honest with yourself, okay? Something like that. If you take care of yourself and don't short yourself. That took a really long time to explain, but it was strong. So let's see what's going on. I feel like I might want to use a different deck. Four of my tentacles. You guys, check out your throat chakra. Do some throat chakra work. Gargle, sing, hum, chew gum. Get movement in your throat and speak your truth. Okay. So this is fear of materials. This is a fear. Oh my gosh, fear. It's a 4 of materials. Wow. And it is a fear of lack. She's holding on tight. She's fearful. Look at that. Fearful of an agreement or a relationship or a partnership. She's afraid of losing out. Got to kind of maybe let go a little bit of the outcome. Here we had the Chariot in reverse. That's not reaching full potential in the recent past. Interesting, because my cards are not in reverse as far as I know. Tower is at the bottom of the deck. You might be holding up a tower that needs to, I think it's just about truth. Okay, 7 of emotions. I think there's overthinking of how to handle it when maybe you could just go back to being simple. Wow, there's the Empress again. Divine feminine energy. So this is also could be saying to some of us to maybe stop doing or trying. Lean into your feminine energy, and knowing your value, you feel like you have to prove yourself less. And this is what when we have this feminine energy, we lean back, and when we lean back, things come to us more than if we're pushing forward, especially when it comes to another person. Leaning back a bit, if you've been feeling resistance, will allow space for something, whatever it is, to come towards you. Truth, clarity, the heart of the matter. So, yeah. But this is a new beginning. Things are gonna, it's a new clear beginning. Okay, there's that Emperor again. So in your environment, so this could have to do with a boss or a parent or a partner. The Emperor is somebody who can be controlling. We also have Emperor, Empress. That's a pretty, it could be an indication of very, soul meaningful connection. So there's probably a lot of growth and lessons involved here. And maybe somebody wronged you and you haven't been honest about how you feel. And maybe Temperance, yes. Okay, Aquarius, I think you're just appeasing and it's becoming detrimental. So there's a need to speak how you feel. And if you feel like you always have to be the nice guy, then I just want to say there's some element here of like, you don't have to be the nice guy to somebody who's use discernment. Temperance is patience and balance, but you may be over the line. There's always a middle ground. You may be over the line on niceness. Like if somebody's treating you bad and maybe you're overdoing, like you're killing with kindness type thing. So, which is great if it's not holding you back, but if it's holding you back and you need to speak up for yourself to make it stop, or for you to be able to move on and have closure, then remember that people that treat you bad, you don't have to be nice. You can act accordingly, Now, of course, if it's a boss or somebody that, kind of has you by the, then, then you've got to use tact, but there's still a way to not get walked on. Okay, so 2 of inspiration, that's looking ahead. It's a choice, it's a direction. Wow, powerful reading. The cosmos, the world. So an ending to this cycle. I think that you're going to be very happy, and it's going to bring back some inspiration and creative ideas when you get something off your chest. And if you are able, let's see if we can get some clarifiers. Yes, Ace of Materials. So you're going to have a more stable new beginning. Okay, 8 of Emotions, 5 of Voices. You've got some conflict that's just been going on for too long. I feel a year, but I could be it could be more for some of you, but I feel a year. And so if it hasn't worked out, if being Mr. Nice Guy hasn't worked, don't give up. I don't think you're supposed to give up on something that you're working on, but I think you can make some mild changes. And I think you don't have to work at it quite so hard. So we're going to pull a card and see if they're for a love message also, to see, because I know so many of you really want love messages. So we'll see what what the person you're thinking about comes out for them. So dance with life. Do something to change your energy. How interesting, because this looks kind of like a card in here. These look like fortune cookies. I don't know why, but they do. Turn on music. Start your day with music. There's a quote from someone, a famous actress or someone, that said, before you walk out the door, you turn on music and you dance like goofy, crazy, shake it all up, because you just walk out the door differently. You face the day differently when you have done little processes. I just think we should fill our lives with little processes that make us feel good. This is dance with life. Do something to change your energy. That might be worth reading. Oh, wow. And this is mirror, which is interesting, since I told you guys about that mirror process. Who or what is triggering you? These are very peaceful. Okay. I also got this new deck. It's called High Vibe, and it's a deck about processes. So let's see. And then we'll pull in a message. We'll pull a couple messages from your person, or if there is a love person. So, since it's doing a turn. Oh my gosh, you guys. Wow. Look at that. So a lot of you just need to get your body moving. Moving your body dissipates stagnant energy and increases your vibration. I can't even believe this. I can, but it blows my mind. So dance with life and body movement. And this says, do something to change your energy. And this says, moving your body dissipates stagnant energy and increases your vibration. So walk, run, swim, dance, or any type of movement, just do it. Even if it's just a walk, you guys. If you walk like every day, or every other day, you're gonna see like muscles. I have a neighbor that she is so in shape, and all she does is walk. It's crazy. I mean, I'm not discouraging upper body work, but if you're not doing anything, start with walking if that's the easiest next step. Okay, let's see what's going on with your person. I'm going to pull love messages and this. I don't remember what this one's called. What is this one called? Lover's Oracle. So this is about love, okay? Okay, so when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. So this kind of supports that message we got in the beginning about just being true to yourself and truthful with others. I feel like somebody else this is an easier fix than you think if you're just not, don't be over emotional when you talk about it, right? Wait until you're not emotional and you can use words like reasonable or practical or solutions, but I feel like this is a situation that will get much better, drastically better, if you tweak how you're handling it. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of, oh my gosh, this is kind of freaky. We talked about agreeing for the sake of it. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. So don't be so afraid of conflict, okay? Something like that. And then let's see. Conflict will deepen relationships. Avoiding conflict does not help relationships. I mean, you got to pick your battles, right? Look what I just split the deck. Not saying this is accurate, interesting that I split the deck there. Okay, what would they say? Or give me a message about the person Aquarius is thinking about. Oh, goodness. I also feel like there might be somebody a little immature in your situation. Lean on your inner circle during this time. There's marriage. This relationship is moving towards a sacred union. Interesting, because that Hierophant came out several times. Okay. Maybe you're trying to be the bigger person because there's an immature person affecting things. The attraction you feel is mutual, and an external party is intruding on this relationship. Definitely time for you to be true to yourself. Let's do the alchemy real quick. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. Are you feeling guilty about something? Is that why you're overgiving? Oh, I thought we had another patience card. Yeah, Temperance. I accept that everything happens in divine order. Oh, wow, and there's the guilt again. Jeez. And Discipline was next. One more. Yeah, I feel like there's a time to lean into your feminine energy and maybe allow yourself to be a little vulnerable and express, I use my intuition in all aspects of my life. Okay, you guys, there you go. I love you so much. Let me know in the comments. I'm very, very thankful for your energy, for spending this time with me, and here's your strong, strong message here. Stand up for yourself. Don't short yourself, and focus on, self-love, self-care. You might be putting more into others than yourself. Put that picture on the mirror. See if it helps. All right, Aquarius. Love you guys. I'll see you soon.